Howdy friends, we're back here. We are out in our backyard garden because today is garlic and shallot planting day. I ordered my garlic and shallots from So True Seed. That is S-O-W True Seed, and they are out of Asheville, North Carolina. Fantastic company. I actually ordered these back in, I think it says back in May of this year. I have French red shallots, Dutch yellow shallots, and then I've got 3 varieties of hardneck garlic, Bavarian purple, German red, and music. I did mostly soft neck this year, well, planting last year, harvest this year, and I wasn't as pleased with the yield, so I'm trying all hardneck this time. And so we're gonna go get these in the garden. Now, the best part about planting these is that it is so easy. It's kind of like a set it and forget it type of crop. And really what you're doing is you're planting each clove. Each clove then becomes a new garlic bulb. It's really cool how that happens. So when you receive your seed garlic, it looks just like garlic you buy in the store. And yes, you can plant garlic in the store only if it's organic, because if it's organic, most likely, I'm not going to say 100%, but most likely it was not sprayed with a growth inhibitor, which would prevent it from sprouting like in your pantry or in the store. Most organic varieties would not be sprayed with a growth inhibitor, so yes, you could plant it. The only downfall to that is that you don't necessarily know the variety. You don't know if it's a hard neck, you don't know if it's a soft neck, you don't know if it's really suited for your climate, right, being the type of variety that it is. So it's a gamble, but it's a gamble worth taking for sure if you can't find any seed garlic now. So we're basically going to open this up and plant each clove individually about, I don't know, 3 to 4 or 5 inches apart. And then the shallots, you actually plant the shallots just as they are too. So let's go get this in the ground. It's really fast, it's really simple. It's going to rain tonight and all day tomorrow, so this is the perfect time for me to get it in. Now you're gonna wanna plant your garlic usually in the fall. Check your zone as far as, you know, exactly when, but we're in mid-October right now in zone 7B. And so let's go get this in the garden. So forgive the leaf blower in the background. These are my neighbors. In our garden here, what I usually do and what I'm gonna do this time is I plant my garlic along the perimeter. So I try to do it along all 3 sides. I don't necessarily do it towards the back of the house, but I like to do it on the perimeter. Number 1, it just creates less space for usability for next spring, for my spring garden, right? Because I'm not necessarily planting anything along the edge. Also, garlic is a really good deterrent for maybe some pests and animals. And so by planting the garlic perimeter, I'm actually also kind of creating a natural barrier from animals coming into my garden. Now, I don't have that problem as much ever since we got a dog, who is behind me. There he is. Somewhere. So ever since we got a dog, I don't have too many problems with that. But I still do it because I really like that sense of security. I have more music garlic than anything else. So I'm going to do the German red and the Bavarian on the sides and the music in the front because that's the longer space, and hopefully I can get all of these in the perimeter. And then I'll do the shallots kind of in between some rows here in the garden. So this is the Bavarian purple, and look how big these cloves are. So within this one head, I think I've got, 5 cloves. So not as many as probably with some other varieties, but that means I'm going to get, oh, excuse me. Is that 4? No, that's 1 clove itself, so 4. But I'm going to get some really big, beautiful heads of garlic. So I'm just gonna plant these in. You always wanna put the root end down because it's gonna sprout from the top here. Now, as I was separating these 2 cloves, the paper came off that side. It's not a big deal. You don't need to take the paper off the clove, but if it comes off, it's okay. So all the Baravian red is done. I'm gonna go do the German red on the other side over here, and then the music will come in the front. I wanted to show you the difference of what hardneck garlic is. So when you peel off cloves of a garlic bulb, if the inside has this hard stalk, that's called hardneck. If it doesn't, that's the soft neck. And then when you harvest it, it has this hard neck. It does make it harder for braiding, but it actually creates, I think, a more delicious garlic. Ready? Okay. Go get it. Look what I found. I found a little friend in the garden. Alright, I got all the garlic in, so now I've got the Dutch yellow shallots. I'm just opening it up here to see how many. Looks like this one became 2. This one's a really big one. So I'm going to get the shallots planted now. I'm going to be doing these in between my rows. Right now I've got some Asian greens, some bok choy, some like winter greens that'll stay in the garden all year long. So again, having these shallots kind of interdispersed that don't take up too much room, won't compete too much for nutrients. It will also help deter some of the bugs, at least until the hard frost comes. Now, when you're doing shallots and when you're doing garlic, you really want to mulch well. They do great throughout the winter, right? They'll start to sprout, most likely, at least ours do in Zone 7B, before the frost comes. But then the frost doesn't necessarily kill the sprouts, but you do need to mulch it and kind of keep it covered with either grass clippings or leaves or compost from your compost bin. And so I just kind of covered them up with what I've got in the garden now. And then it will rain really heavy tonight and all day tomorrow. And then as we pick up leaves, we'll just throw leaves in the garden to heavily mulch it. But garlic and shallots are one of the easiest things to grow when you're just beginning. All right, all the garlic and shallots are in. I am very happy that is a job done. It's a job done once a year and it yields amazing results when it comes to the harvest in the summer. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to know what kind of garlic varieties you have grown, what has worked for you, and what are you planning on growing this year? Go experiment with some garlic. If nothing else, go buy an organic bulb from the store and experiment, even if it's in a pot on your porch or on your deck all winter long. Experiment. It is worth the effort. All right. Thanks for joining me in the garden today, friends. I'll see you next time. Stay healthy, stay well. Bye-bye.